Good morning, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, industry leaders. A very warm welcome to the third Vibrant Bharat CFO Summit and Awards hosted by ASSOCHAM. Can we all start with a round of applause? Let's have some energy in the house. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Prerna, and I am delighted and privileged to play host to such an accomplished audience. And I would like to thank each one of you for taking the time out and joining us for this summit. Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather here to celebrate the financial stewards who are not just managing numbers, but also leading transformative growth. The theme for today's event is the Growth Conclave, CFOs leading the charge, which underscores the evolving role of CFOs in steering organization towards resilience, innovation, and excellence. So without any further ado, let's begin. Let's kickstart the summit by inviting on stage Mr. Gandharv Tongia, Chairman, National Council for CFOs, ASSOCHAM, and ED CFO, Polycab India Ltd. And joining him on stage, we have Mr. Sharma, former Chairman and Managing Director, ONGC. Can we all extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed dignitaries on stage? A very warm and hearty welcome to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Seated on stage. And I now invite on stage Mr. Gandharv Tongia and request him to deliver the opening address.
Thank you, Prerna. Good morning, esteemed guests, industry leaders, and finance professionals. It's indeed an honor and privilege for me to invite you and participate in this ASSOCHAM's third Vibrant Bharat CFO Summit and Award, a platform that recognizes and celebrates the financial stewards of the corporate world, leaders who are not just managing the numbers, but shaping the future of business. The role of CFO has evolved considerably over the period. A few years ago, the primary role of the CFO was financial accuracy, cost optimization, and risk management. Today, that is merely the baseline. Today, CFO is a strategic partner to the CEO, deeply involved in areas like digital transformation and AI, mergers, acquisition, and global expansion, cybersecurity and enterprise risk management, investor relations, and sustainability and ESG leadership. Friends, a 2023 McKinsey survey revealed that over 40% of the CFOs are now directly involved in corporate strategy beyond finance, while over 65% oversee digital transformation. This tells us one thing: the role of CFO is no longer confined to financial stewardship. It has evolved into that of a value architect that drives innovation, growth, and sustainability. Let me repeat that. CFOs are now value architect of the modern organization. This is not just a title, it's a revolution of roles and responsibility. The stakeholders need value architect, a leader who designs value not just in rupees or dollars, but in data, culture, sustainability, and innovation. Let's unpack this. Value, because their mandate extends beyond margins and cash flows. They are stewards of stakeholder trust, employee well-being, and planetary health. Architect, because they build systems, data ecosystem, cross-functional teams, and ethical frameworks that outlast quarterly cycles. Few examples on how the role of traditional CFO has evolved towards value architect. Tech as a catalyst. CFOs are now leveraging technology for predictive analysis, for democratizing data, for digital transformation. And as all of us are aware, digital transformation is not a choice, but a necessity now. Storytelling with numbers. They turn spreadsheets into narratives that inspire action from the boardroom to the frontline teams. In an era of financial inclusion and growing capital markets, clear and compelling financial storytelling is critical. Sustainability as a strategy, they quantify carbon footprint and social impact, making ESG a driver of long-term value. As India advances towards a net zero future, CFOs are integrating sustainability into P&L statements, ensuring responsible and profitable growth. The value architect is not merely a technocrat, they are bridge builders. They partner with the CHROs to tie talent investment into growth. They partner with CMOs, chief marketing officers, to align ROI on brand purposes. They partner with CTOs, chief technology officers, to fund moonshots. They speak the language of innovation to CEOs, and they speak the language of resilience to the investors. The evaluation of CFOs is no longer a debate. We are no longer just financial stewards. We are value architects, strategists who have already rewritten the rules. So, to every finance leader here, this is our era. These spreadsheets have not disappeared. They have become blueprints. The boardroom is not just listening. The boardroom is leaning on us because we are not reacting to the future. We are building the future. And as India moves towards Viksit Bharat 2047, the CFO's role will be at the forefront, crafting not just financial growth, but a legacy of innovation, inclusivity, and resilience. Today, as we celebrate excellence in financial leadership, we recognize CFOs who have not only driven financial performance, but also led their organizations through transformation and growth. Congratulations to all the award winners and nominees. You are a true value architect of corporate success. At ASSOCHAM, we have recognized this transformative shift happening in the role and responsibilities of the CFO. To further drive this transformation, ASSOCHAM established National Council for CFOs in year 21-22 to provide a dedicated platform to CFOs to discuss industry shifts and emerging challenges, to represent a collective voice to the government, and to address the CFO's evolving role in business transformation, risk mitigation, and sustainability. In FY25, we further amplified our efforts by curating 3 pivotal gatherings focused on financial leadership, corporate strategy, and economic growth, where each engaging over 100 plus CFOs with a stellar lineup of panelists, including Nilesh Bhai of Kotak, Rohit Pathak of Hindalco, Mr. Robin Banerjee, Mr. R.S. Sharma, Mr. Sudhir Soni of KPMG, and Ankush and Aviral of CAM. With each of these discussions providing actionable insights to finance leaders across sectors. As we step into the 3rd Vibrant Bharat CFO Summit and Awards, after the success of the event in the last 2 years, I look forward to meaningful conversations, innovative strategies, and celebrating the CFOs who are shaping the future. Thank you, and I wish you a thought-provoking and inspiring event ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Tongia, for setting the tone for today's discussion. And now it is my privilege to invite on the dais Mr. R.S. Sharma to render his special address. Can we all please welcome Mr. Sharma on the dais?
Well, my greetings to all of you for a very pleasant morning. To begin with, I need to compliment ASSOCHAM for more than one reason. First of all, the title of this summit itself, Vibrant Bharat. So long we have been listening Vibrant India and India Energy Forum and kind of things. So happy. India does not connote anything so far as we are concerned. Our history, हमारा संस्कृति से कोई relate नहीं होता है. I am so happy it has been named as Vibrant Bharat CFO Summit. Second reason Well, I have attended many programs at this hall itself. I don't know how many times I have been here, attended so many events. I was myself associated with the ASSOCHAM. I was a member of the National Advisory Council when I was the chairman of ONGC. And perhaps first time I'm attending this summit, CFO summit. I'm a finance professional. Somehow, when I started my career, I have about 15 minutes to speak. Yeah. So I'll be very informal in my talk. When I started as a finance professional, तो हमको ये बताया गया था, finance people never reach the top. They are, at the most, they are co-pilots. They are not able to get the, that steering wheel of the nation to drive to corporates. So perhaps I was in the PSU fraternity. I was perhaps the first one who, from CFO to CEO, I will relate these things also, all this happened. But now how it has evolved, I am so happy. Such kind of interactive sessions allow the finance professionals to enhance their knowledge and skill sets, and in the consultative framework, get to know the latest trends, innovations, challenges, technologies, regulatory matters. I am so happy Mr. Gandharv Tongia in his opening address has described the evolving role of CFOs. When we had started, we know our job used to be numbers crunching, take out the annual balance sheet, provide the financial data statistics to the CEOs and to the stakeholders. But now, over the years, this role has definitely evolved much bigger than what it used to be seen earlier. CFO actually for many the matters is the face of the company. Interacting with the stakeholders, with the investors, research analysts, and even providing the most important support to the CEO to steer the organization, to look for the growth, look for the strategies. It has been very rightly described by Mr. Gandharv Tongia, and I am so happy. The third reason I am grateful for ASSOCHAM is to inviting me to address this platform and get to interact with my own fraternity. I recall it's a long time back, 2002 is the 23 years back, I assumed the role of CFO of ONGC, a government organization. That time the company used to run like a government department, not much professionalism. So I was so happy. I understand there are some ONGC delegates also here. If they can raise hands, I'll be able to identify. Yeah, they are over there. So they will be able to relate my role, my tenure as the CFO of the company, and from CFO to CEO, how the transformation has taken place. But even that is a history. History in the sense I superannuated as the CMD of ONGC in January 2011. So it is more than 14 years. So, but I'll share with you, I have been quite active professionally post superannuation also. But looking to the time constraint, I could go on, narrating my stories for half an hour or longer, but I will try to confine which is more relevant for this forum, briefly describing that how I steered the organization, how I steered the role of finance in ONGC, and how the things, shaped for me to take over from CFO to CEO. Let me admit, currently having been retired from active service 14 years back, I am not personally very much updated about the latest innovations, how the AI, how the data analytics, how this digital transformation has affected the profession, but that I'm sure during your interactive sessions, you have panel discussions, you will be able to talk more on these, so I'll be more of a listener there. So right now, I would like to narrate, how I did what was my priorities as the CFO and how the things have shaped for me thereafter. Gandharv has adequately described. I had noted down quite a few, that areas where the current CFO is required to deliver to the organization and to all stakeholders, the automation, data analytics. Regulatory framework has become very, very challenging. And it is for the CFO who has to, sign that quarterly certificate also for the board that all regulatory compliances have been done, CFO and CO, they sign that document. And when they say all regulatory compliances have been done, it is not 100, 200, 1,000. There are 50,000 plus regulatory requirements that are required to be complied. It's not feasible to manually track these things. It's only through the advanced software and the techniques you deploy, you are able to track all these compliances and provide that comfort to the board. So I will now start my journey when I took over as the Director of Finance of the company. It was a government company, and government company in the sense the company producing oil and gas. We used to get pricing of the products, annual account we used to submit to the ministry, the cost data based on the actual cost with a markup of 15%, that is how we used to get. When I took over as a CFO in January 2002, I was appointed as CFO of ONGC Videsh, and March 2002, I took over as Director of Finance of ONGC. And from April 2002, the administrative pricing regime had been dismantled. The company had to started getting the market-based pricing. Prior to that, when I was in the company, people used to think, cost does not matter for us. Whatever is our cost of production with a markup, we get paid by the government, by the other the oil companies, downstream oil companies. So when this took place, it was a challenge for me to bring the concept of commercialization in the organization, the concept of economy, the concept of managing the cost the concept of evaluating the investment proposals. That was a big challenge. And this required, a lot of interactive talks, communications going around the organization, making them aware that they have to transform from the earlier regime of not caring for the cost. Now every matter, whatever they spend, that matters. And irrespective of whatever be your cost, you will get paid what is the market determined price of the oil and gas. That was a big challenge. And they were, the accounts of the company used to be in a bad shape. Every year, the statutory auditors, CAG auditors used to give a lot of qualifications. So I took it as a challenge that a company of the largest PSU of the country and also the largest MNC of the country, because ONGC Videsh, I do not have the correct stats, but had the largest overseas investments from India, operating in 18 plus countries. So how to bring that accounts as an acceptable level? I recall I had gone to CAG to meet personally to bring a transformation change in their audit approach itself. I said, what happens? We prepare our accounts, we submit, and after that is approved by the board, then CAG starts auditing the accounts, and then they will come out with 15, 20, 30 observations, and after discussion with management, settle with 10, 15. I said it's not acceptable to me, especially when our accounts are reviewed, seen by the international stakeholders. So that time, he complimented me in writing for bringing that innovation that CAG auditors will have prior discussions with the management before the accounts are finalized, rather than doing that post-checking and post-audit. So that was a big change done for the accounts. ONGC also had the largest, base of insurable assets in the country. Insurance, we used to go to the international market, and what we found, there were 30, 40 observations of them that such and such corrections to be done. And a year before I took over, the ONGC account, the insurance policy was not provided by the reinsurers, that this company does not care for the maintenance practice. They are only looking for the raising the claims. I had gone to the board. Our retention deductibles, which were in the policy $500,000, I raised it to 20 million. I went to the board that we are insurance, we go for any major damages, not for routine maintenance. So that was another major thing done by me. And at March 2004, ONGC came with its initial public offer. That time, I remember it was the largest IPO in the country. We collected 10,996 crores in that IPO. And for 2 months, I recall, I did not move out of Delhi. The 5 joint statutory auditors of our team, they used to constantly work on how to, and 5 years accounts were to be restated. That was one of the most challenging time for me. Those 2 months, I did not move out of Delhi, except once I had to go to Dehradun, the head office, on the 26th of January, because that is the flag hosting day. And I had conveyed to my team from there, I'm coming by the Shatabdi Express, and I would be straight away coming to office. I reached office at 11:30, 26th of January, and I saw the full team of ONGC officers, auditors, they were sitting and preparing. So that was the momentum created. When this IPO was a success, we celebrated that in this very hotel, Meridian. Mr. Uday Kotak, who was one of the Kotak Securities, were one of the merchant bankers. He complimented that we have steered many IPOs, but not like the team we have seen in ONGC, how that has been done. So that was a great achievement, I would say personally, for the entire finance team. I can't take credit for that. In between, second company amongst the PSUs to implement SAP. I had initiated a CFO forum. With industry, there were a lot of conflicts. ONGC, Indian Oil, HPCL, BPCL, GAIL, lot of conflicts used to be there. So the then financial advisor in the ministry was Mr. P.K. Sinha, who later on reached to the level of CAPSEC, and today he's the non-executive chairman of ICICI Bank. So I persuaded him to chair that session, and we started discussing all the disputes. Decades-old disputes were resolved, and that is how the balance sheet got cleaned up. ONGC was amongst the first the PSUs to come out with a sustainability report during my tenure. And after the IPO in 2005 plus 2006, we were recipient of Motilal Oswal highest wealth creator award in the country because the value of the shares had steeply gone up during that time. Personally, I was felicitated by CNBC in the year 2005, 2006, as well as 2007 for the CFO of the Year award. So these had been personally some of the achievements for me. And a pleasant thing came in 2007. That time I was holding both portfolios, Director Finance as well as CMD. The Fortune 500, they come out, not only the listing, they come out with a list of the most admired companies. First time ever some Indian corporate appeared in that list, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, amongst the most admired companies. So personally, I take that was a great achievement for me to hear. The market cap at the time of IPO was 390 million rupees. When I retired, that was 2,750 million. And prior to that, in September 2010, ONGC became the first company having crossed the market cap of 3 trillion rupees. So these were the kind of, my tenure, I would say. We were the highest profit-making company, highest tax-paying company, highest dividend-paying company. And after my retirement, I would say I have remained quite active. I was chairman of FICCI Hydrocarbon Committee. They did not allow me to step down. So I continued for 7 years, chairman of FICCI Hydrocarbon Committee, and 2 years more as a mentor to that committee. I was appointed as chairman of the Quality Review Board by the Institute of Cost Accountants during the year 2012 to 2016, 4 years. Government appointed me on many committees, Adi Godrej Committee on Corporate Governance, Kelkar Committee on Roadmap for Oil and Gas Industry, Lloyd's Register of UK, they appointed me as chairman, South Asia, and McKinsey approached me. So for 3 years, I was senior advisor with McKinsey as well. Post-retirement, I have been independent director in total on 17 boards. Today, also, I'm on the board of 5 companies, but I'm 74 plus. I know the limitation. So, but I would say at this moment, my journey has been, I'm very contented, has been very satisfying. I couldn't have asked for more than I got it. So these were some of the things I thought I will just share with you. I have been very interactive with the media. And post-retirement, even now the media keeps approaching me whenever there's a development in the oil and gas industry. So that have been, I would say, my achievements. Perhaps I have taken longer than I should have. I'll be happy in case some of the audience members want to ask me specifically anything, time permitting, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma, for sharing your incredible journey with us. Thank you, Mr. Tongia and Mr. Sharma, for joining us for this session. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our distinguished speakers. Thank you very much for joining us. Up next is a panel discussion, and we'll quickly prepare the stage for the same. We request all to please be seated as we'll start in next 2 minutes.